Take a moment to regulate your breath, She Xing said, turning toward Xiao Yan. As a powerful 8-star Dou-Di, She Xing was fully aware of how terrifying this evil force was. Even though Xiao Yan possessed the ability to devour such power, extreme caution was still necessary. Image him. Xiao Yan nodded, not refusing the advice. He immediately sat cross-legged, and pill after pill appeared in his hand, which he swallowed without hesitation. These pills were clearly not ordinary, and Xiao Yan's energy quickly recovered to its peak. Is this guy even human? She Xing's pupils dilated as he stared at Xiao Yan like he was some kind of monster. Even with all the wealth in the world, how could anyone be this wasteful? Each of those pills was the work of a master, and this human was consuming them like they were free? It was no wonder She Xing was so astonished. After all, Xiao Yan was an imperial class, peak-rank alchemist, one of the wealthiest professions in existence. Huff, huff. After the last wisp of Dou-Qi disappeared around Xiao Yan, his energy was once again at its peak. Let's begin. With his energy fully restored, Xiao Yan spoke calmly. Ling Ling, both of you step back. I'll temporarily seal this pavilion with a special power, She Xing said solemnly. She Xing had long yearned for this moment, waiting countless years for the chance. Although Shi Ling's unique abilities could suppress the evil force, it would always resurface, leaving Shi Ling helpless and plunging Shi Xing into despair. If there was a way to rid himself of this evil force completely, Shi Xing would gladly give up even his most prized magic core. Understood. Shi Ling nodded slightly and carried the young girl, about the same age as herself, to the surface of the lake. However, a strange light flickered in Shi Ling's eyes as she pondered Shi Xing's earlier words. If both of them had been found at the bottom of this lake, what was their true origin? Why had they been abandoned as mere infants? And why had her sister, Shi Yu, remained in a coma ever since? These questions tormented Shi Ling. Kid, if we succeed today, not only will I take you to the depths of this residence to obtain what you seek, but I will also reveal other secrets to you. Moreover, you will earn a favor from this king. A favor from an 8-star Dou-Di? That's... Shi Xing muttered to Xiao Yan after Shi Ling had stepped aside. Other secrets? Xiao Yan asked, intrigued. But before he could dwell on it, the task at hand demanded his full attention. The evil energy inside you is too terrifying. I will do my best, but I can't make any guarantees, Xiao Yan replied, unfazed by Shi Xing's words. Let's do it, Shi Xing said, satisfaction evident in his voice. A tricolored glow began to radiate from his body. This is the power of the Three-Headed Water Spirit Serpent, Xiao Yan observed, feeling a strange sense of affinity with the tricolored light swirling around Shi Xing. Triangular seal. With a roar, a surge of power erupted from Shi Xing, and the 5-meter-wide, 10-meter-high pavilion was enveloped in a tricolored glow. In an instant, the entire space within the pavilion was sealed, and a terrifying barrier formed around its perimeter, preventing anything from entering or leaving. What a powerful sealing technique! Judging by the strength of this Dou-Qi seal, even a regular 8-star Dou-Di wouldn't stand a chance. Shi Xing is truly formidable, Xiao Yan remarked in awe. Prepare yourself, I'm going to force it out. Shi Xing's anxious voice echoed moments later. All you need to do is expel it from your body and guard your mind. Leave the rest to me, Xiao Yan replied, knowing how crucial the situation was, and wasted no time in getting ready. Understood, Shi Xing responded, his voice heavy. This was his last chance. If the evil energy erupted again, it would completely consume him. As soon as he spoke, Shi Xing channeled his vast Dou-Qi, forcing out a wisp of black energy from his body. With the tricolored glow enveloping him, Xiao Yan, using his powerful spiritual energy, could clearly see the black energy clinging to Shi Xing's very bones, deeply embedded within every inch of his body. How long has this been corroding him? Xiao Yan muttered gravely, realizing the complexity of the situation. He remained vigilant, keeping a close eye on Shi Xing. Swish, swish. As Shi Xing continued to force the black energy out, it slowly started to gather and condense. Ah! Agonized screams escaped from Shi Xing's mouth, his voice strained with each push, as the scattered black energy gradually formed into a concentrated mass. Such evil. Xiao Yan's heart chilled the moment he caught sight of the black energy, which was now about the size of a palm. An overwhelming sense of dread washed over him. Swish, swish. Old man, dying like this isn't the way. A sinister voice emanated from the black energy, chilling the air around them. You demons. You deserve to die. She Xing screamed in agony, continuing to fight. Even though his approach was costing him dearly, he was willing to suffer severe harm to rid himself of the evil force. If you wish to die, then I'll grant your wish. A haughty voice echoed from within the black energy, and in an instant, it began spinning rapidly. Within a few breaths, the energy condensed into a human-like figure. It looked more like a demon than a person. Surrounded by swirling black energy, its blood-red eyes gleamed with a hunger for blood, exuding a horrifying aura of evil. So, this is the full extent of the evil inside you? Xiao Yan said, noticing that She Xing seemed slightly better off. Xiao Yan couldn't help but admire She Xing. Few would dare use such a self-destructive method to fight back. Image, She Xing responded with a low grunt, clearly exhausted from the toll this had taken on him. This thing is terrifyingly strong. Xiao Yan muttered under his breath. Swish, swish, human, stay out of this. This is between me and him. If you interfere, I'll show you the storm of hell, the figure made of evil energy said, its voice icy and menacing. The creature had noticed something strange about Xiao Yan. Despite only being in the early stages of 5-star Do-D, Xiao Yan's presence made the creature feel a rare sense of unease. Thus, it remained wary. I'm here on someone else's behalf, to retrieve something from you. Xiao Yan smiled faintly, undeterred by the terrifying force before him. In his hand, the soul-devouring talisman shimmered with intense greed, almost as if it had come alive. This was Xiao Yan's trump card. What is it that you seek? The evil entity asked cautiously. Your life. Xiao Yan's voice, though laced with humor, struck the creature like a thunderclap, exploding within its mind. Arrogant! The crimson, sinister figure spat out angrily. Take this. Xiao Yan's figure suddenly moved, not wasting any more words on the evil force. He gathered an enormous amount of flame power in his palm and struck toward the nearby evil entity. Bang, bang, bang. A series of impacts resounded from the evil entity's body as Xiao Yan's palm accurately made contact. Yet, strangely, the flames in his hand extinguished upon contact, as if they had encountered something peculiar. It felt as though he had hit not a solid body, but a pool of liquid. Swish, swish, your flame seems a bit unusual, the evil figure sneered, its eerie voice echoing. But today, this blood demon general will devour the both of you. She Xing, do you think bringing a human with only early 5-star Do-D strength would let you get away with this? You're gravely mistaken. The blood demon general's voice grew more terrifying and malicious. Although it noticed Xiao Yan's flame was different from ordinary fire, the blood demon general remained unconcerned. After all, among all flames, only the sacred flame posed a real threat to the extraterritorial evil clan. Retreat, Xiao Yan commanded, realizing that the situation was far more complicated than he initially thought. As soon as he spoke, his palm withdrew from the blood demon general's body, putting 2 meters of distance between them as he silently observed every move it made. Meanwhile, She Xing had surrounded himself with layer upon layer of terrifying energy to keep the blood demon general from returning to his body, knowing full well how dangerous this entity was. If it managed to re-enter his body, it would be beyond his control. Blood demon general? At that moment, the voice of Long Yi, from the ancient ruler of heavenly flames, suddenly rang out in Xiao Yan's mind, like an arrow shot from a tense bow. Old dragon. Xiao Yan responded with some confusion. It seems we can confirm that the desolate mountain range has indeed been invaded by the extraterritorial evil clan. Otherwise, there wouldn't be such a strong presence of evil energy. Long Yi's voice carried a rare note of concern. Extraterritorial evil clan? Xiao Yan was taken aback. The evil clan was infamous throughout the Great Thousand World. Everyone despised them. Every place they invade is usually a location of immense power or rare treasures. I wonder whose resting place this is, for it to be so deeply corrupted. Long Yi continued, his voice heavy, showing his cautious respect for the evil clan. Clearly, even with Long Yi's strength, he still harbored some fear toward the extraterritorial evil clan. If that's the case, there must be something unusual here, Xiao Yan said, his heart sinking a little. Ever since entering the deathly desert, he had felt an unsettling restlessness from the heavenly flames within him, which had only intensified upon arriving at the desolate mountain range. Although we don't know the secret hidden here, wherever the extraterritorial evil clan goes, they leave nothing but devastation. Long Yi couldn't help but add, even his pride as a dragon subdued in the face of the evil clan, who were the scourge of the great thousand world. MHM. Old dragon, let's focus on dealing with this creature in front of us, Xiao Yan said, staying on alert. As it mentioned earlier, it's the blood demon general. Based on my estimation, its power likely rivals that of a human 7-star Do D. With its evil energy, it could probably even fight against an 8-star Do D. Xiao Yan added warily. The blood demon general, it's one of the extraterritorial evil clan's branches, Long Yi explained. Its strength ranks at the Earth class within the evil clan. Earth class? Xiao Yan was startled. The evil clan had a hierarchy of strength, generally categorized into 5 levels: Heaven, Earth, Sovereign, Emperor, and King. Hee kid. While the evil clan has those rankings, I must tell you that very little is truly known about them. All who have encountered the evil clan are tightly bound to secrecy. But I feel like their strength isn't just limited to these 5 ranks. Long Yi mused, seeing through Xiao Yan's speculations. Otherwise, how could a mere Earth-class evil clan member possess the power to rival a human 8-star Do D? If that were the case, the evil clan would have long since conquered the great thousand world, Long Yi added, his tone revealing his wariness of the unknown power behind the evil clan. Swish, swish. Human, give me your life. The blood demon general roared. As Xiao Yan hesitated, the general's body surged with eerie black energy, and it took a step forward, bellowing as thick, foul-smelling black smoke enveloped its form like a viscous liquid. Damn it, this extraterritorial evil clan really lives up to its reputation. Xiao Yan cursed inwardly as he witnessed the blood demon general's overwhelming strength. Use the soul-devouring talisman, otherwise, this blood demon general isn't something you can handle right now, Long Yi urged, fearing that Xiao Yan might make a reckless move. If Xiao Yan did anything too dangerous, Long Yi would be the first to face the wrath of the Golden Dragon King once he emerged. Sigh, all right, Xiao Yan said helplessly, realizing that Long Yi had seen through his thoughts. I know what you're thinking, but you can't take any chances with the extraterritorial evil clan, Long Yi warned again. He could tell that Xiao Yan had been considering testing the blood demon general's strength, as he had never fought an evil clan member before. The evil clan is inherently sinister. They devour people's minds and souls, turning them into their kin. One mistake, and you'll face eternal damnation, Long Yi said gravely, making it clear why he wouldn't allow Xiao Yan to fight alone. MHM. Xiao Yan nodded in agreement. No matter how strong the evil clan might be, they're no match for the soul-devouring talisman you hold. That talisman far surpasses the evil clan in power, Long Yi reassured him. That talisman is strange. When I first obtained it in the forest of corpses, it seemed indifferent toward me. But now, faced with the evil clan, it suddenly shows such greed toward this evil energy, Xiao Yan remarked, puzzled. Perhaps it's the nature of such items. And I suspect the talisman might have been damaged, Long Yi explained. Well, regardless, I can't fully control the talisman yet. So let's deal with this blood demon general first, Xiao Yan said with a sly grin. Flames erupted around him as he squared off against the blood demon general. Human, you mustn't fail, She Xing muttered through gritted teeth as he watched Xiao Yan prepare for battle. A great clash was about to begin. No matter what, human, today will be your death. But if you willingly offer your body to me, I might consider sparing your life. The blood demon general sneered. Join my blood demon clan, and you'll achieve immortality. What do you say? the Blood Demon General said with a sly smile. He hadn't mistaken Xiao Yan's stillness for fear, but rather remained cautious of this human. Oh, Blood Demon Clan. I can't say I'm particularly interested, Xiao Yan replied calmly, his voice devoid of any emotional fluctuations. Swish, swish, don't be so foolish or else. The Blood Demon General's voice grew darker, realizing his attempt at persuasion had failed. Make your move. It just so happens that I'm curious to see what the legendary extraterritorial evil clan is capable of. Xiao Yan's entire body ignited with flames, making him appear like a child of fire. Humph! Then you can die now. The Blood Demon General roared. The reason the Blood Demon General hadn't attacked right away was because of the fire in Xiao Yan's previous strike. Although it hadn't caused any real damage, the flame had awakened a deep-rooted fear within him. The Blood Demon General clearly remembered that within the desolate mountain range, there was an extremely terrifying flame. One that, if he came into contact with, would reduce him to ashes in an instant. This was why he had approached Xiao Yan with caution. Make your move, Xiao Yan said nonchalantly. He slightly raised his palm, and suddenly, the power of 23 different types of heavenly flames burst forth in a radiant beam. Swish, swish. The beam of flame shot directly toward the Blood Demon General. Petty tricks. The Blood Demon General sneered. The black mist surrounding him began to writhe and contort like crimson blood, an eerie sight. Swish, swish. The terrifying black mist devoured Xiao Yan's flame in an instant, swelling as it approached within a meter of Xiao Yan. As expected of the Blood Demon General, Xiao Yan muttered under his breath. Although he had heard from his master, the Golden Dragon King, and Long Yi about the formidable power of the extraterritorial evil clan, experiencing it firsthand revealed just how difficult it was to deal with them. Kid, let me show you the pain of being devoured by evil energy. Swish, swish. The sinister voice from the Blood Demon General echoed like the call of death, grating in Xiao Yan's mind. Sigh, there's clearly a huge gap in strength. Xiao Yan sighed softly. Although the flames imbued with 23 types of heavenly flames had some suppressive effect on the evil clan, it was only marginal due to the immense difference in their strength. Die! The Blood Demon General bellowed, and the eerie black mist surged toward Xiao Yan with terrifying speed. If such a horrifying force hit someone unprepared, even She Xing wouldn't be able to withstand it without serious consequences. Kid, you can't fall here, She Xing muttered to himself, powerless to intervene. His only option was to maintain the ceiling barrier, preventing the Blood Demon General from retreating. Are you celebrating too soon? Xiao Yan's lips curled into an eerie smile. The next moment, the fiery aura around his body vanished, replaced by a sinister energy identical to the Blood Demon General's evil force. The new aura exuding from Xiao Yan was like that of a demon from the abyss, terrifying to behold. Damn it! The Blood Demon General cursed as the overwhelming evil energy he had unleashed surged into Xiao Yan's body. But instead of causing destruction, the energy calmly flowed into Xiao Yan's palm. How is this possible? The Blood Demon General was shocked to his core. The evil energy he wielded was given to him by a powerful entity, capable of easily overwhelming 7-star and 8-star Do-D experts. How could a mere 5-star Do-D human absorb it so easily? This was evil energy, something that even the slightest touch of would cause lasting harm to ordinary people. Yet Xiao Yan had absorbed so much without any sign of difficulty, a feat unheard of. The Blood Demon General stopped in his tracks, staring at Xiao Yan with growing dread. For some inexplicable reason, a deep fear welled up inside him, as if he were facing a being capable of ending him in an instant. An illusion. It must be an illusion. The Blood Demon General tried to maintain his composure, but inwardly he was in complete turmoil. Blood Demon General, it's time to end this. The things you and your kind have stolen from the Great Thousand World will be returned sooner or later. After absorbing the evil energy, Xiao Yan's pupils turned pitch black, and a deep, unfamiliar voice resonated from his mouth. How can this be? You're supposed to be dead. The Master of Soul Devouring. The Blood Demon General cried out in terror as realization dawned upon him. Perish. A calm yet chilling voice came from Xiao Yan as the mysterious rune in his palm, composed of countless intricate symbols and surrounded by dark mist, began to spin. As the soul-devouring talisman rotated, a powerful suction force erupted from Xiao Yan's hand. "Die already!" Xiao Yan shouted, suddenly regaining his senses, though the events that had just transpired were hazy in his mind. He only vaguely recalled losing himself for a moment, but now he was fully in control, and with a thunderous command, the talisman's power surged. "Ah! Soul-devouring master, you'll die a horrible death. The blood emissary will avenge me." The blood demon general's final, bitter cries echoed within the pavilion. Swish, swish. In just a few breaths, the blood demon general's entire body was devoured by the soul-devouring talisman, leaving no trace behind. "Is it dead?" She Xing stood to the side, utterly shocked, his mouth agape. He muttered quietly, still in disbelief. As someone who could rival even a human 8-star Dodi, She Xing knew all too well how powerful the blood demon general was. He had been locked in a stalemate with it for so long, and yet, this seemingly insurmountable foe had been effortlessly dealt with by Xiao Yan. "Image him." Xiao Yan responded calmly, sensing the soul-devouring talisman in his hand. To his surprise, he found that after devouring the blood demon general, the talisman's power had grown stronger. The once dim and mysterious symbols on the talisman had regained some of their energy before fading back into silence in Xiao Yan's palm. "What just happened?" Xiao Yan asked Long Yi after finishing the battle. "Nothing of note," Long Yi replied, his tone indifferent. "There are some things you don't need to know, but I never expected this soul-devouring talisman to be the property of the master of soul-devouring." Long Yi explained slowly. "Little brother, I owe you my thanks." With the blood demon general's death, the restraints on She Xing shattered, and his strength surged. In a matter of moments, his power reached a level on par with a perfect 8-star Do-D. "Don't move," Xiao Yan suddenly called out as She Xing prepared to rise. She Xing frowned but obediently followed Xiao Yan's instructions. Clearly, Xiao Yan's effortless defeat of the blood demon general had earned She Xing's respect. After all, the blood demon general was a terrifying opponent. Even for someone of She Xing's strength, dealing with it had been excruciating. Although this human was only at the early 5-star Do-D level, She Xing no longer underestimated him in the slightest. In the Great Thousand World, power was the ultimate determinant of respect, regardless of one's status or identity. "Heh, it's nothing," Xiao Yan said with a casual smile as he walked over to She Xing. "I'm just going to help clear the remaining traces of evil energy from your body. Go ahead." She Xing finally let his guard down after hearing this. Clearly, Xiao Yan had earned a place on She Xing's list of dangerous individuals, particularly with the mysterious and formidable power of the soul-devouring talisman, which even made She Xing wary. "Protect your meridians. I'll be using flame energy to enter your body. That evil energy has infiltrated your limbs and bones, making it hard to remove completely without my flames," Xiao Yan said slowly. As for the blood demon general that had been devoured by the soul-devouring talisman, Xiao Yan didn't need to think too much about it. The talisman would certainly convert the general's power into its own. Although Xiao Yan still wasn't entirely sure what else the talisman could do beyond devouring souls, he figured there was no harm in it. "All right." She Xing let out a hearty laugh, cooperating with Xiao Yan without hesitation. Swish, swish. In an instant, a newly formed flame, fused from 23 types of heavenly flames, ignited at the tip of Xiao Yan's finger. The moment it appeared, the surrounding space trembled slightly. This flame, it feels similar to something within the residence, though much weaker. Snake Ling, who had been silent nearby, suddenly commented. "It's entering." Xiao Yan warned, "Guard your meridians carefully, or all the effort will be wasted." He expertly controlled the flame with his powerful spiritual energy, guiding it into She Xing's body. The goal was to use the intense heat and properties of the heavenly flame to burn away any lingering evil energy within She Xing. "Young man, you increase the intensity. I can take it." She Xing gritted his teeth, though it was clear that the fire's strength caused him considerable pain. However, He could feel the evil energy that had been clinging to his bones and meridians for so long slowly dissipating. Despite the blood demon general drawing out most of the evil force, a trace had stubbornly remained, and now Xiao Yan's heavenly flame was eradicating it. "Kid, what are you up to?" Long Yi, who had initially been unsure of Xiao Yan's intentions, suddenly understood what Xiao Yan was planning. Heh. Xiao Yan chuckled. It was clear that he didn't intend to entirely remove all of She Xing's evil energy. She Xing's immense strength, now at the peak of 8-star Do D after defeating the Blood Demon General, was too overwhelming for Xiao Yan to fully trust. He had to be cautious, as such a terrifyingly powerful individual could turn on him at any moment. Although this method isn't entirely honorable, it's the only option. Xiao Yan murmured to himself. He wasn't a saint. His decision to remove the evil energy from She Xing's body was partially driven by the greed of the soul-devouring talisman, but more importantly, he couldn't afford to risk a betrayal. If She Xing were to turn on him, Xiao Yan's fate could be dire, so he had to leave a safeguard. If there's any abnormality with this terrifying flame within your body, even as a peak 8-star Do D, it will severely injure you. Xiao Yan thought quietly, focusing on a small flame deep within She Xing's body as he continued to burn away the evil energy with precise control. Hang in there. With that precaution in place, Xiao Yan resumed his task, channeling more flame energy into She Xing's body. As the fire continued to enter, black liquid began to seep out of She Xing's body, staining his clothes. At the same time, Xiao Yan's doqi was rapidly depleting from this intense expenditure. Damn it! Even a small amount of this evil energy is so strong? Xiao Yan wiped the sweat from his brow as he spoke. It was clear that without using the soul-devouring talisman, relying solely on the heavenly flame to expel the evil energy was a challenging task. Time ticked by, and as Xiao Yan's doqi drained away, he constantly replenished it by swallowing pills. Meanwhile, She Xing endured the process, letting out cries of pain as more and more black liquid oozed from his body. Gradually, She Xing could feel his strength returning to its peak. "It's done," Xiao Yan finally stopped and announced to She Xing. Without any delay, his aura surged once more. "What are you doing?" She Xing asked, alarmed. He hadn't even had time to rejoice at the complete removal of the evil energy when a sudden chill crept into his heart. "You wanted to separate those two girls from your body, didn't you? Now is the best time," Xiao Yan said coldly. "Separate them?" She Xing's pupil shrank in shock, clearly taken aback by Xiao Yan's abrupt declaration. The Three-Headed Water Spirit Serpent possessed immense power, and it was said to have the potential to advance to the Dosian level. For the sake of that faint possibility, She Xing certainly wouldn't allow Snake Ling and the other girl to continue residing within his body. While these two had indeed saved his life, now that the evil energy was gone, their presence only limited his potential. Due to the evil energy, She Xing had never developed the intelligence for his other two heads. Snake Ling and her sister had taken over those positions. It wasn't entirely She Xing's fault, though. Without the two girls inhabiting his other two heads and helping him resist the Blood Demon General's corruption, She Xing would have long since become a member of the extraterritorial evil clan. Can it really be done? She Xing's heart filled with joy at the thought. He had long awaited this day. Not only had this human helped him rid himself of the Blood Demon General's corruption, but now he was offering to help solve the problem of the Three-Headed Water Spirit Serpent. She Xing was deeply grateful. "It's simple enough. And I have a request of my own," Xiao Yan said, turning to She Xing. His gaze passed through the barrier, where he noticed Snake Ling staring intently at the water's surface.